part of a monster 7-win season for the world #1. Back in the hunt today, this was her third at the par 5 6th, and it would result in a birdie to climb within 2 of the lead. Was forced to lay up on a next par 5 Morgan at the 8th, but still managed the birdie.
Just trying to make a Sunday charge to put some pressure on Gino Thitikul.
There's water down the left of the tee, and then it cuts across with a little stream in the middle of the fairway. And a good up and down in the end for Nelly Korda to save bogey, but she falls back to 13 under par, having birdied.
Hybrid out, hit a drive that was pretty dicey in the air. Thought it might be risking the penalty area, but it clung on. This one's a little bit out to the right.
Yeah, it's going to work out well.
Caddy doesn't really signal, but it's because of the colour of her grip. The white grip is a 6-iron.
Yeah, she has different coloured grips for each of her irons.
She does. Well, there's 2 clubs that have the same colour.
This could be really
This could
good.
be good. There's a backstop there. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's just so good from Gino. You can get it running over the hill into the penalty area, so bunker not too bad, all things considered. Somi Lee for par. Yep.
Breaking to the right. So green sloping away after the crest of the hill from the players on the tee.
Great pace there from Lindy. I think her confidence level is just sky high. As she said, I finished tied for first in a major championship.
Quite the same, but this would be a big one right here. First birdie of the day on 9.
Just didn't quite keep the speed up there. Just can't let Gino get too far ahead. Fails to get it up and down. So that's just going to be a par for the Spaniard. She's going to stay at 11 under par.
Pretty flat for speed.
And Gino gets to 16 under par. It's a comfortable lead right now for the world #2 here at the Mizuho Americas Open. And you let me know.
A location today all the way on the back tier here. I've seen some interesting shots on that hole.
Andrea Lee, no, didn't like it right away. Andrea Lee, one of the only players in contention here who played on the wrong side of the draw the first couple of days.
It's one where you don't want to last minute tell yourself to give it a little extra. This looks to be good speed.
Won the Spanish Women's Open at the end of last year down on the Costa del Sol in Malaga, actually right by the airport in Malaga. The planes felt like they were going to land on the golf course that week. Change in the proceedings if she fails to get it up and down. Now, you let me know.
Yeah.
Oh, long range effort from Yelimi. No, that gets Yelimi to 12 under par, trying to win for a second time this season. Round of the Mizuho Americas Open. This is Celine Boutier.
Really left it in a good spot, Tom, to use those slopes to get it close.
Oh yeah, look at this. It's gonna be a tap-in birdie for Boutier.
And it's not a bad spot. It's on a bit of an upslope. I think she can get this close.
You can see how that fringe is mowed right into that bunker. I did not start where her line was set up there, just to push maybe a little bit of life for the chasers there, Tom. A mental last-second push, thinking she wasn't aimed high enough.
Now Nelly.
Great shot, dude.
Really good effort from Nelly, so that will save the par. Nelly, you feel like can't really afford to make any mistakes.
I know it was for me.
Yeah, you were out here as a teenager playing in major championships. Andrea Lee there. How old were you? 13 when you qualified for US Women's Open?
Yeah, and she had a good career with him. I don't know if it's going to clear that little ridge.
No, short of it.
Wonder if the 6-iron's her favorite club, Karen.
She's certainly been using it a lot today.
I can tell you
This
it's
is a
not
good high ball
mine.
flight.
Also down on that.
From this length, and it's slow up the hill. Brake hard to the left as it gets over the crest. And with that long putter, it's
A little bit of a slope to go up at the start, and then it's going to roll back downhill towards the hole.
Okay, going to be a 3. She'll remain at 16 under par. 16 under, good enough to win?
It could be. I say the scoring average is higher than I anticipated being today, Tom, considering the scoring conditions are perfect.
Up that same slope, but closer to the base of it, so easier to judge the speed.
She had the line as well, having watched Gino. A little bit frustrating there for Boutier. She tries to close that gap, but is going to stay 3 behind. Yeah, time and time again. We've seen it from Lydia, getting up and down from everywhere around the green. Now Segundo for a birdie at 12. Oh my goodness, hit the marker. I wonder if that kept it out.
I'm quite shocked. It's not something that you typically see. If the marker's in the way, she would ask the player to move the marker. So I have to imagine.
And this at the 16th. Got it going earlier today. She was 4 under par for the round through 8 holes. Thought she might try and mount a challenge on the back 9, but it hasn't really happened. That's a par save at 16. It was Yelimino's marker.
I almost feel like that would have kicked it more on line.
Yeah.
It'd have to be quite significantly offline for it to have hit that marker.
Now Nelly.
Ended up carrying that center bunker there, Tom. No problem off the tee. Choking way up on it. Everything sloping away from her.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot from Andrea Lee. And off to a nice start today, had 3 consecutive birdies on that front 9. Misses out on the birdie there. But she's going to stay in a tie for 6th.
Just a little bit up the hill, one that she can be aggressive with.
So Nelly going to make par there. And she's going to remain 3 back. So now Boutier back at number 12, second shot.
And this is from 119. Trying to get it release up that little upslope, but it doesn't. She has the 47-degree wedge off of a downslope from 92 yards. Oh, she hits the slope too on the green.
Yeah, look how much reaction she got there.
You want to get your birdies when you can on these par 5s. It's a stretch of par 4s to finish the tournament. Holes 15 through 18, all par 4s.
There's not a lot of birdie opportunities remaining.
And that is where we find Carlota Segundo against this picturesque setting. Trying to stay focused on the task at hand, and that is beautifully done. Andrea Lee at 13 and a chance to get to 13 under. Talented amateur player in her young career.
Has a 58-degree out. Off of an upslope, balls above her feet too. Awkward distance with that front hole location, Morgan.
Yeah, she's starting to play a little bit more conservatively.
All right, once again, for no out of the bunker.
This one more straightforward. You can tell on the upslope.
Maybe even a chance to hole it out. Proven champion, product of Duke University, and also a major winner as well. Took quite a bit of turf with that one.
That was a little heavy-handed.
Well, after a very good tee shot by Carlota Saganda, this is a birdie chance at 14. And it just didn't give it the pace it needed. So that is an opportunity lost.
You want in, Lily, or out?
She will stay at 12 under. Never a doubt.
This is Andrea Lee going to putt flat at the beginning here and then down into the area where they've cut the flag today. A really good judge of pace there from Andrea Lee.
Well, our view was a bit blocked, but the crowd told us just what we needed to know. It was a good effort. Hard to be very aggressive on that one, Tom.
Yeah, it's just got that little light green shine to it.
Is happy to talk. This is a pitching wedge. You can tell that from the blue color of the grip. All of her grips are color-coded.
Oh, that's one of the best that we've seen today from the leader. That's the look up clutch in the dictionary. That would be the definition right there.
Oh, just below the hole.
Kelly, you mentioned her putting. She was just so frustrated after Chevron, though. Felt like she wasn't putting well, and yet she's still leading the tour in putting. That's just how good she is and how high.
And Celine Boutier just trying to clean up this par to stay within 2 of the leader, Gino Thitikul. Well done. They're playing together. She'll have a first-hand account of what needs to be done. Curling it in beautifully.
It's almost picking up half a shot on the field. Only been 2 birdies so far today on 17.
Oh, love the setup, love the steadiness of the head. Just a beautiful putter path, and it results in her 3rd birdie of the day. And just a moment ago, this was Andrea Lee for birdie at 15.
Yeah, this was going to be slow and up the hill for the majority of the putt. It just doesn't have the pace.
Putted so well yesterday. 11 or 12 one putts on her card. Just sensational with the flat stick.
Hopefully it won't affect her ball too much.
Oh yeah, get a nice release there to the top shelf. So the pressure campaign continues.
Found the upslope there. She had to carry that 17 yards.
Wow, Karen, just wow.
This could be the shot of the tournament.
Andrea Lee at 16, her 2nd.
Yeah, 111 yards. The flag today is cut in a bowl on that right side of the green. Can't quite see the bottom of the flag, but you can hear the reaction of the gallery.
Oh, wow, that was in the stroke for sure.
Wow, she played that outside of the hole. The way that she has putted this week.
Yeah, one of those shots that these players practice time and time again. But the key here is just figuring out where you want it to land and then run it down the slope. It's trying down the slope towards that flag. That was played well. You just got a down slope about 8 paces short.
This should fit her eye nicely. Loves to move the ball left to right. This back right hole location here on 17.
Oh, good call.
Hole cut in that bowl.
Just a huge difference. A little bit of a different break. Her feet completely in the bunker as opposed to Nelly was in a very similar position, but her feet entirely out of the bunker.
Great chance there for her to pick up one as we pick up Boutier.
And that was from 98. Has to use that slope to get it close. Thought she might have been more aggressive.
Okay, she gets it. Well, she began the day just 4 back. That's where she is at the moment.
You start feeling like your back is up against the wall.
Again, just not trusting that putter.
Yeah, that one was a little bit of a push. The one on the previous hole she missed on the left side.
Bit of trouble here, but looks to have a decent lie at 17.
Yeah, good lie over there, 149 yards for Andrea. She's leaked a couple of drives to the right, like she did here, trying to use that slope left of the flag to bring it back. Players can't see the putting surface from down here in the fairway.
Oh, just so beautifully done. We mentioned she's leading on tour and putts for green and regulation, so comfortable with that stick in hand. Trying to move it to 13 under par. It's going to have a lot of movement in this putt.
Yeah, this is really fast.
Good look though, and just going to miss on that right side. Maybe didn't quite have the pace to get there, but may not win here, but the race to the CME Globe points, world ranking points, they all count come the end of the season, and you never quite know what one shot here or there, what difference that'll make come late in the year.
That is a deep bunker that she is in. The 17th hole, we have Boutier.
And that was from 107 with some helping wind.
Will it behave? Well, she'll give herself a good look here.
She's got an upslope. The grass is not too bad around the ball. There's a little bit behind it. Hence the reason for using the 58 degree to get some, the release on it is what she's expecting.
She hit it good. Look at this shot. Wow. She's coming off a bit of an injury. Had to take some time off after the tournament in Vegas about a month ago.
Well, it's interesting too because she's at 2 under for the day.
And definitely feels like her game is trending in the right direction, Karen. That did wiggle right, as you called. Never broke back to the left.
Well, it's all about peaking for these majors, as you say, and she has one in her back pocket. In fact, it came in her backyard. Solid, just like the par putt before. Pretty similar situation.
For Nelly, I think she would love to get this one up and down, or maybe even challenge it to go in. Fantastic crowd around this 18th green. That one might come back a little bit. No, just going to settle there. Great atmosphere out here, and they have followed Nelly.
How do you meet them? How do you constantly do it year in and year out? He said, because my expectations are so much bigger than the ones that everyone else puts on me. He sets goals beyond the imagination so that he stays hungry, and I guess that's something maybe people who become distant number ones like Annika and Nelly have to do to stay hungry.
It's about compartmentalizing.
Well, she will leave a little work. Very nice performance for Alice. Hailing from China, Boutier from France. And there it is, the first win of the 2025 season for Gino Thitikul, and the 5th of her still young and glorious career on the LPGA Tour. The world number 2, stepping up in the shadows of the New York City skyline. A winner at Liberty National Golf Club. Let the celebration begin.